What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Keeping It EPL. Once again, it's in the game with myself and over here, my buddy Matthew Sells at the Salesman on all your favorite social media platforms, mostly just X. What's going on, man?
Oh, I'm good. Had a good sports weekend last weekend.
You did have a good sports weekend.
Both my teams won. Started the weekend off with a Tottenham win. Ended the Premier League weekend with a Forest win.
Yep. Monday Night Football.
Yep. Chiefs won in American football.
Oh, yeah.
Yankees made the World Series.
Okay.
So, yeah. K-State won. Pretty good weekend.
Not bad.
DC United crapped the bed, though, and blew their playoff chances in MLS. But
oh, yeah. Well, yeah. That's MLS.
all they had to do was draw at home, and they couldn't do it. But we'll keep that for a separate conversation.
Indeed. Well, you said you had a good weekend because, at least from the Premier League standpoint, because your teams did both come away with a victory. One of them a commanding victory. 4-1 Spurs over West Ham.
Made it look very easy.
The lack of goals for West Ham is really starting to concern me. This is a team that should be scoring a lot more goals than they are, and here we are. And I mean, they had 11 shots to 22 for Tottenham, 4 on target, and almost as many touches, but for some reason they're not scoring goals. So obviously it was a good win for Tottenham all the way around. But you think we're West Ham fans should be in a little bit of panic mode here? I know they had high expectations this year, maybe some sort of Europe spot, but I think they're just mid.
Yeah, I think hoping for a mid-table showing is going to be good for you. I mean, right now they're sitting 15th in the table. We'll break down the table a little more here shortly. But yeah, I think last year was more of an aberration than...
Maybe it was. I mean, they do have talent on the pitch. Let's be real. They do have talent. They have spent a little bit of money on some good players. It's just not meshing, and then that's not scoring goals.
By the way, can we get credit for? I know the ball bounced off of Van de Ven's leg, but can we get credit for the Bowen assist?
Yes, we can. No,
I know it bounced off his leg, so that kind of takes it away, and they don't give hockey assists.
I know, not in Premier League, unfortunately.
No, but that was I was a little bummed.
Yeah,
on that one.
Now, overall, we did have a good, pretty decent plus week again. You know,
we did find profit.
We did again.
Thanks to Forest, by the way.
Just 1 week so far, we have not found profit, and boy, was that a bad one. But hey,
it was.
We have picks. They're winning. One of my picks hit in the Aston Villa game. Aston Villa did something that hadn't been done in a minute here, and that's go to Craven College and actually dismantle Fulham. Ollie Watkins, man of the match, our boy. We're just gonna keep on doing it every week, rolling out there. And by the end of the Premier League season, we were going to be plus money on Ollie Watkins goals. I'm telling you that right now. Not much here to be said in this game. Obviously, it was a good win for Villa and Fulham at home. Surprising, because they're actually normally pretty well good at home. Speaking of surprise wins, Man United at home beat Brentford 2-1. Man United scored more than one goal. Go Man U.
I know.
They still have a little bit of problem in the back, giving up a goal to Pinnock and Brentford. And Brentford, I mean, that still was kind of an exciting game. I'm not going to lie. Brentford is an exciting team. I have been enjoying watching them so far this year. Brighton beating Newcastle. You want to talk about West Ham troubles? Newcastle troubles.
Newcastle's in a little bit of hurt.
They're not scoring goals at all. Right. So we have to ask ourselves, maybe they're not good enough for a top 5 or even a top 6. Maybe they're just mid.
I mean, I don't think we had them picked there, did we?
I had them at 5. I had them picked high.
I think I had them.
They're a good team. They're just not scoring goals whatsoever. I'm looking at their, let's see.
And Eddie Howe sitting here wondering why he wasn't interviewed for the England gig.
Yeah, Newcastle in 7 matches only has 8 goals, man. Ooh.
I
They
mean,
are not
same with
scoring
Forest.
goals. Yeah, well, that's true. But what can you
Forest
do?
is just doing a better job of not letting people score. So,
Also doing a better job defensively, yes.
yes.
That is for sure because defensively, Newcastle has given up 7 goals. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Not as bad as Wolves, who's given up 21.
Correct.
But the lack of not scoring here is starting to concern me a little bit. The big hitter of the weekend, Southampton and Leicester City, 3-2 Leicester. Man, Southampton really let me down.
They were up
Um,
2-0 at half.
they
were up.
pulled that. They every week there's going to be a team that's going to be up 2-0 and half and blow it.
You want to
I feel
know
like
the,
that's
the
just the way it
biggest
is.
irony of that game is the fact that Steve Cooper got beat consistently on set pieces at Forest. Like that was his undoing, was set pieces. And then how did Leicester win that game? In a 98th minute corner where they basically just hurled it into the box and it somehow went through 6 dudes and
Yeah,
the keeper never saw it.
and that
Like,
was it. Hurt my heart, Southampton. More on them later. Ipswich. Wow, Everton. Everton's winning games now. Matthew Sells. What are we doing here? What's going on in life?
well, they're time wasting starting in the
It-
65th minute because
yeah,
when you're, you know, even
yeah.
to the point where my daughter, who is now an Ipswich fan because she enjoys the way that they play, also she's an Ed Sheeran fan.
It does she know about relegation?
She does. She
Okay,
does.
okay. Just asking.
You know, it's all right. Um, I mean, she's watched me yell at Forrest for trying to survive relegation for 2 years now. She was yelling at the TV for Jordan Pickford to, to kick the goal kicks in the 65th minute.
Yeah,
He was just
he's known for being
yes.
terrible at that. There was one match a few years back between Liverpool and Everton where Pickford was doing it all the time, and then Liverpool came back and scored a crazy goal, and then there was Allison mocked him with a time wasting one that was pretty hilarious. So
Yeah, see, when you time waste, I want nothing but you to
mhm.
lose at that point.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. The shocker of the weekend, Bournemouth 2-0 over Arsenal at Vitality Stadium in Bournemouth. It was pretty tight notch. Obviously, there's the Arsenal red card in the 30th minute.
Which, by the way, coming from a Tottenham fan, this should carry some weight. Should not have been a red card.
Yeah, it was pretty ticky tacky in my eyes, but hey,
Should have been a yellow because
yeah,
it last defender pulled him
hmm
down. Should have been a yellow like it was in the Chelsea game.
hmm
But you can't call it denying a clear goal scoring opportunity because it happened in midfield. You don't know what the dude's touch is going to be. You don't know what the keeper's going to do. The yellow was fine. I can't believe they reviewed it and then upgraded it to a straight red, which, by the way, is the first time Saliba's been sent off in the Premier League. But even before that red, Arsenal looked like they were out of sorts, and Bournemouth had them figured out, which is
Arsenal,
yeah,
even with the red in the game, 6 total shots in the entire game. 6.
yeah.
One shot on target. That is not Arsenal. Even a man down, Arsenal should still get double-digit shots up in the air.
It looked like Forest's strategy against Liverpool is basically what Bournemouth pulled off. They packed, they parked the bus, had 5 in the back, took their counters. Obviously, when you're up a man, it's easier to counterattack and control things and get scoring opportunities. But Arsenal just never looked in that game from the jump. I watched it from the kick, and Arsenal just looked like they were sleepwalking through, like they should beat Bournemouth, which, quite frankly, that's only the second time Bournemouth has beaten Arsenal. So they should have. But yeah, that was the absolute shock of the weekend,
Yep.
without a doubt.
Then we had Liverpool beating Chelsea. It was a good overall game. 2-1 was kind of what we thought would be around there. I thought it could have been a draw. To be honest, these
I
teams
mean,
like
we
to
had it
draw.
picked to the draw.
Yeah, but hey, I'll take the Liverpool win. 2-1, still on top of the table.
Yeah, no, no poop. The Liverpool fan is going to take the win. Yeah.
Yeah. Man City struggling with Wolves.
Now, in fairness, they did have more than just Rodri out. De Bruyne didn't play.
Yeah.
They had a couple other guys.
I have a
that
question.
were out.
I think we're in a Howland goal slump here.
Well, he scored. We are recording this Wednesday late.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, on the East Coast, it's already Thursday.
He did score
Holland did score in Champions League,
but in Premier League, I don't think he's scored since Rodri has been hurt.
He's gone 3 games without scoring.
Yeah, so that's an issue.
Yes, I was talking to my friend about this. I was like, yeah, I think like everybody's glossing over the fact that they cannot get the ball to Holland without Rodri.
Yeah,
on the field right
there's
now. I mean, I
something
know
you had
De
there.
Bruyne was out. They chose to have Foden come off the bench. He was a late swap. But like they could not against a team that's allowed coming into that game allowed 19 or 20 goals on the season. You can't get it to the guy who has 10 on the year through 7 games.
Yeah, it's
It's
something
concerning.
Definitely concerning. There's some issues there. Speaking of issues, you want some stats, some record breakers?
Sure.
For the first time in English top flight history, 4 clubs remain without a win from their opening 8 games of the season: Wolves, Southampton, Ipswich, and Crystal Palace. First time ever. You want an even worse one?
Sure.
Southampton has set a new club record as they have gone 21 straight, going from last year to this year, without a victory in the Premier League.
That's generally not good.
No, it's not good at all.
That's usually how you get sent down.
Yes.
This is also,
I think I'm finally going to give up on him, Matt Sells.
I think this is the first time since. So the last time Palace went 7 games without a win to open a Premier League season, they were relegated, and then they didn't win their 8th game this weekend. So it's not looking good for Oliver Glasner there. Here's a weird. You want a weird stat from the weekend? West Ham has not left London yet.
Oh, I did see that. They have from away and home. They have not left.
They have literally only played London derbies the entire.
And they're
although I mean,
and they're 15th
teams have come to
on
them,
the table
when they're on the road.
And they're
on the road. They have not left London.
They're 15th in the table,
and they haven't even traveled to.
They haven't even traveled. Yeah, really. They're taking a bus.
I mean, they've been back in their home beds, but at the end of the game, like they haven't traveled.
They haven't traveled. Well, let's go to the table. We talked about Nottingham Forest as well, getting the big 1-0 win against Crystal Palace. Liverpool still atop of the table, got that 1-point cushion over Man City, but got that goal differential +2 now. Man City, of course, then second. Man City still have not lost. They're the only team left that has not lost, thanks to Arsenal's loss. But Arsenal down 4 points ahead of the top, sitting there with 17. Aston Villa with 17 as well. They're looking good again, and I like to see that. Brighton, 15. Chelsea, 14, even with a loss to Liverpool. Tottenham, moving on up, 13 points. Nottingham Forest, 8. Newcastle, 9, somehow not scoring any goals. Fulham, 10. Bournemouth, Man U, that win brought them up. Brentford, Leicester, West Ham. Everton is out of relegation. So is Ipswich, because we got Crystal Palace with 3 points and Southampton and Wolves both with 1.
Yeah, it's interesting, though, because we have some tiers. We've been talking about this for a couple of weeks, but the tiers are really starting to solidify now.
They are.
The relegation battle appears to be, if things hold, appears to be between 4 teams.
I would say 5, because we know Everton is going to have a points deduction.
They most likely are, but right now, as the points stand, Everton is 4 points clear of Ipswich, which is more than 1 week's worth of games.
But I think everyone else is pretty much, I would say, safe at this point. But you never know.
I mean, West Ham's a little concerning.
Yeah, Leicester can go on a terrible run. I know they can. So there's that.
I'm not sure they've played that many top of the table teams yet. I am a little concerned about it as a Forest fan this week. We'll talk about that when our bets coming up. But yeah, then you kind of got, I would expect Tottenham to bridge the gap, Tottenham and Chelsea to bridge the gap here and get a little closer to the top of the table?
I think Brighton will fall down a little bit. I think the
A little
top
bit.
6. I think those will be the top 6 after they see. I don't think Man U will make the top 6.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
Um, but
considering they've
yeah,
only
it's
scored
also
10
nice to
goals so
hear.
far.
It's also nice to hear the post game folks saying that they're not concerned about Forest. That it feels like Forest is not, battling
Well,
for relegation or battling to
uh,
stay out of relegation this year.
they're second in goals allowed,
Yes, we need to start scoring.
but you only have 8 goals. Like Liverpool's have only allowed 3 now, but they're
Yes,
scored 15.
correct.
Um,
Forest need to start scoring.
yeah,
However, if you can keep the other team from scoring, you are going to be in every single game.
100%. Yeah, and let's see
So,
here.
um,
Yeah,
so we'll see.
attacking XG for Nottingham Forest is 8.32. Goals versus XG minus 1.32. 89 shots, but shots on target 37. A 7.87% conversion rate on that
I mean,
is not good.
Chris Wood has 5 of their 8 goals.
Yeah, that's an issue. That is a
Like
issue for sure.
CHO hasn't shown up yet.
They are bottom 5 in getting shots on target here. That's
Correct.
not good.
Also, they need to start getting points from home.
So I think they'll be 10th, 11th in there.
I mean,
At
right
best,
now, according to Opta, their expected table, Nottingham Forest is expected to be 11th.
there you go. That's good. That's
Tottenham
good.
is expected to be in 2nd.
Okay. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Liverpool 1, Tottenham 2, Man City 3, Chelsea 4,
And
Bournemouth 5.
Oh, man, Arsenal dropped all the way down. Okay, let's get that's expected. I don't like this.
Well, only because it's upsetting your top 4.
And then Leicester would be relegated. So let's
Correct. Wolves, Leicester, and Ipswich would be relegated. Southampton, though, sticks around.
hey, they deserve it with their pace of play and all that crazy stuff that they
Everton
never get.
doesn't change. Hilariously, I think they're the only team that doesn't change.
Yeah, did you see that Bet Rivers has a new logo?
I didn't.
Ooh, it's gross. Anyways, let's move on to this week.
Yes.
And get some picks in. Let's try to go through it as quickly as possible. Give everyone the right picks here. A lot of interesting matchups this week, including the big one on Sunday.
Yep.
Which we'll cover last. So let's go right from the top here. Leicester City, Nottingham Forest, a Friday game, Friday night football.
At King Power Stadium, which might be the worst named stadium in the Premier League.
I think so, yes. Currently I have, and these are just the best odds. Leicester City plus 190, Nottingham Forest plus 155, so they are the favorite. And a draw at plus 240. What are you thinking here? It's your team. So
I
your
have a few bets on this one here.
Okay.
First of all, I'm going to bet the under 2.5 goals.
I like it.
It's at minus 120. So,
Yep.
That's not terrible for under 2.5. Under 2.5 is hit in 6 of Forest's
And
7.
they haven't played against each other really in a minute, so you can't really count that. So,
however, keep in mind that Leicester's manager is Steve Cooper, who at this time last year was managing Nottingham Forest.
Mm-hmm.
He was only let go over Christmas last year. So he's very well aware of the team that Forest have. Most of the players that are going to start were brought in by Steve Cooper, were managed under Cooper. There are some new players this year, but the general, the attacking players he knows very well and what their weaknesses are and whatnot. Forest aren't scoring. I know Leicester is one of only 2 teams to score a goal in every Premier League game this season.
Yeah, I saw that stat too.
Man City's the other one.
Yes.
So there's that. But I think this has draw written all over it.
Okay. I like that. I like the 1-1 draw.
And here you go. If you don't want to take the I can get you better odds.
This is not my draw of the week, but should this be is this your draw of the week, or are we doing this as the show draw?
I think this is my draw of the week.
Okay, it's your draw of the week. Put it on the board. It's also
Yeah.
one of mine. So
By the way, if you want to take the draw, don't take the plus 240. Bet the score draw line at plus 350.
there you go.
Got you
I
an
like
extra 1.1x on your
1-1.
return there. So we'll do that. I don't know. There was both teams to score, I saw. If you're curious about that one, because both teams generally score.
Yeah, there's no use to add that in there though when you have it already set as a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, it's
Under
also
2.5.
130, so it's not a huge return.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that one. I think those two are perfect. The under 1-1 draw is kind of what we predict. I don't have much of a. That's kind of
Also,
where
it's a short week for Forest, so I don't know how they're gonna
correct.
recruit. I also don't think they'll have Gibbs White in there yet.
Now this is at Leicester, right? This is at
Yes.
Leicester. It's at Leicester. Here's one. We'll move on to this one. Here's one I don't understand. I don't know why they keep on doing this to our Aston Villa boys. I don't get it. I just
Because
don't.
it's closer than you think it is.
I don't. I'm taking the -110 that Aston Villa just wins this game.
In the last 6 meetings, Bournemouth has won half of them.
Yeah, but okay, just last year, Aston Villa won 3-1.
And then Bournemouth and they tied.
And they drew. And then Aston Villa won 3-0 the game before that. And then Bournemouth
won 2-0 the game before that, and they won 2-1 the game before that. Even with a red card.
I'm taking the -110. Aston Villa wins. And you know what else I'm going for? Ollie Watkins' goal.
I thought about this one in my research. I was like, this is kind of one of those tricky lines where like Bournemouth may be coming off of the high of beating Arsenal and they kind of split. Like, it wouldn't shock me because Villa also played in Champions League today.
Mm-hmm.
So they get Bournemouth they've had the whole week to sit there and prep.
Yeah, but good teams. Aston Villa is a good team.
Teams win the games they should win. Yes.
And Aston Villa has been cakewalking through the Champions League. It's not like they've been. So yes. I'm not. I just give me the -110 and Ollie Watkins' goal.
Ollie Watkins' goal is +140, by the way.
Yep, put on the board.
Do we want a John Duran goal tossed in there too at +220?
No.
He scored again last week.
I know he did. That's up to you.
Technically scored before Watkins, which was interesting.
Yeah, no. Nah, let's not.
No, we'll stick with Ollie Watkins.
Yeah. This game is going to be interesting. Brentford and Ipswich Town. Here's my pick for this, and then I'll let you go on yours. I like the Brentford -35. However, what I like more is Brentford first half money line of +125.
They score first, and then they score quickly.
Correct. You're on the same page.
Before last week, they had scored in the first or second minute, like 5 games in a row.
Correct. I think they win the game, and I'd be willing to take the -135 because it is at home, and Ipswich's been terrible away from home. But to give me a first half plus money to just have the lead at half, I'm liking it. The main line is 2.5. I'm not sure there because Ipswich does play pretty good stout defense. I mean, they have 4 draws for a reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my pick there. Is I'm taking this one. I am taking Brentford at the half.
I quite like that. I don't see why. Yeah, Brentford at the half +130. Yeah.
+135. Bet 365.
Yeah, I'd be free with that.
I'm sorry, 125. 125. It almost has the same odds as the draw. That's funny.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to take a winner because I feel like
correct. I'm a little off of that. I just think we just take the first half, call today, see what happens.
Yeah. Plus, we had good luck with that a couple of weeks ago when we took the halftime. Like we took Tottenham to be winning at half, which is great.
And Liverpool.
They crapped the bet in the second half. But I didn't care because the bet. Well, I did care, but the bet already hit.
This matchup is interesting to me. Brighton at home, obviously at Amex they play way better. against 0-7 Wolves here. I went through these lines earlier, and I really don't have one I like too much in this one. Obviously, Wolves give up, more goals than
A lot
God,
of goals.
but minus 170 for Brighton, full game. Over is f 2.5 is minus 170, so you got to kind of build a ladder there. And Wolves just played pretty stoutly against Man City, the 2-1. So
They did. Jose Sa looked pretty good in goal for them.
So I don't have a take here on this one. My take would just be to take Brighton at minus 170 and play it safe. To me, that's the safest play. Wolves haven't won a game. They're giving up the most amount of goals. That's not even close in the league. I have to say maybe the 170 is kind of safe.
Yeah, I just don't like laying that big of a.
I know. I get
we
it.
bet minus 140 on what we thought was a lock in Arsenal last week, and then they just flat didn't show up.
Yeah.
Though that was on the road in a weird stadium in Premier League, which can throw them off. Right? It's the smallest. It's easily the smallest stadium in Premier League.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
What's the totals?
The main line is 2.5, and everything over is minus 170, minus 180. So if you get probably over, I can't switch it to 3.5 here, but
if you go over 3.5, it's plus 145. If you go under 3.5, it's minus 172.
Yeah, but I could see this being a 3-0 win, and there's really no value there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
if you go under 2.5, it's plus 145.
There's just no value in this game. Maybe we just don't bet it.
Yeah,
I think Brighton's going to win. I think Brighton's going to win, but there's just no value in betting this game.
They've either been like absolute blowouts by Brighton or really tight games. Like the last 5, 3-2 Brighton, 0-0 draw, 6-0 Brighton, 1-0 Wolves, 4-1 Brighton. So it's either like a 1-goal game or a draw, or Brighton just friggin' houses them. Like, could I see Brighton putting up like a 6-0 on the Wolves? Because when Brighton is really clicking, it can look like Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
And they're modeled after Tottenham, which, for better or worse, they get shots and they put in goals. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't know if there's enough value to make any of these lines make sense, because just because we expect Wolves to suck doesn't mean they can't one day. They just held Man City to 2 goals. Now, granted,
Correct.
we went over, there was injuries for Man City, but still,
yeah.
Man City still has Holland, and they kept Holland off the sheet, and
Correct.
Foden didn't score. And
when John Stones is scoring, you're
when both center backs scored, because the other one came from Guardiola.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm with you. Maybe we just don't bet a game.
I'm gonna pick that Brighton wins, but I'm gonna say you don't have to pick it. If you want to take the minus 170 and put 15 instead of 10 on it, go for it.
If you want to get things in your favor, you could split it and go Brighton win by 1 at plus 300, Brighton win by 2 at plus 375.
No, you could do one of those, but I wouldn't even.
4 or more? Are we calling like a 6-2 blowout because at plus 1100?
I say we just wipe it.
Yeah.
Manchester City hosted Southampton. And why do you like the under 3.5 at plus 120 here, like I do?
Because Man City can't score without in the last 3 weeks. They haven't.
And Southampton, well, yeah.
I don't know. They just allowed 3 goals to Leicester, including
they did
on a set piece in the 98th minute.
Other than that, the other line I have here that I like is the total in the first half being over, believe it or not, over 1.5, or doing the under 1.5 at minus 102 in the first half.
I would do the over. I would do the over 1.5 in the first half. Because look, we saw Southampton started fast last week. They were up 2-0 at half.
Yeah.
In the weeks where Man City figures it out, it feels like they score very early on, and then they just kind of.
How about Man City to win by 2.5 minus 105? They win by 3 goals.
No,
I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah. I think
If they were scoring the way they started off,
true. That's
sure.
true. Yeah.
But like, we still don't know if De Bruyne is back. We still don't know. Like, Rodri's obviously not back. They're midfield.
So you're saying take the first half over?
The first half over 1.5 is what?
Minus 110.
I would take that.
Okay.
Because I could see this being like
2-0.
Man City should win. Let's put it.
Yeah, they should. Yeah. But
What?
watch it be like 2-0 Man City, and then Southampton gets one back in the second and just sits at 3 and goes under.
What was the game that was like 3-1 Man City against a lesser team?
They went up 1-0, and then Man City came back and scored 3 after.
Right, but all of those were in the first half.
Yeah, you're right.
They were all in the first half, and then like after the 37th minute, nobody scored for the rest of the game.
The money line for first half Man City is minus 250. So we're not taking that. But I do like the over of 1.5 in the first half, minus 110. Let's do that. That'll be my pick here.
Yeah, we'll get creative. We'll get creative because some of these games are just so weird to try to like. There's not value in standard lines this week.
No, this week's rough.
I mean, Man City to win is minus 800.
Yeah.
Southampton to win is plus 2,500.
Yeah, that's not. Put $1 on it. See what happens. I don't know.
Don't do that.
Do you have any other take on this game? I think we should move on to my draw of the week.
Yeah, I would move on. I'm fine with this. It's going to be a light week because it.
I have one pick in this next game, and it is my draw of the week. Everton hosting Fulham. They get it at plus 240. That is my draw of the week. I have nothing else. I think this goes 0-0.
Actually, let's hold on. I'm curious. What's the score to draw? By the way, is plus 333.
Yeah, because I think it could go 0-0. No.
Yeah.
Under 2.5 is the favorite odds over the over. I mean, it's going to be 0-0 or 1-0. I mean, or I'm sorry, 1-1.
Yeah, the under 2.5 at minus 111 still not bad.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm just saying this is my draw, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
And I will just check the score of the game because there's no way you're going to catch me watching that bad boy.
It's pretty much.
Yeah,
I would think.
Fulham at home, maybe, but
let's see what the. I mean, the anytime goal scorers. The shortest line on anytime goal scorers are plus 225 in this game.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin is plus 255 anytime goal.
No, thank you.
I know Raul Jimenez though for Fulham is plus 330. He hit last week when I had him. I don't know. I'm with you. I would go. This is your draw of the week. That works. I would take the under 2.5 at minus 111.
Yeah, throw that in there.
I mean, the over is minus 104. So they.
Yeah. Go ahead and throw that in there too.
Okay.
Chelsea, after a loss to Liverpool, hosting Newcastle FC, who has had lots of trouble scoring goals recently, which is crazy. This matchup on paper, talent-wise, I mean, should be a good one. You're getting Chelsea at minus 125, Newcastle plus 310, and a draw plus 320. What do you see here? Because I have the over is 2.5, it's minus 225. The under 3.5, minus 138. Full game minus 125 for Chelsea kind of seems intriguing to me. I'm not going to lie. And you also have the Chelsea first half money line at plus 130, which I also like.
You want to know something fun in the last 6 matchups?
Sure.
Each result has split.
Really?
Chelsea's 1-2, Newcastle's 1-2, and it's drawn twice. So thanks, history, for not being of any help whatsoever.
Well, Chelsea won the last one. That was at Newcastle.
Yes.
Newcastle won at Chelsea 4-1. Jesus.
Yeah, they kind of they.
I don't think this is going to be a draw. I think someone wins this game.
Well, in fairness, the 4-1 beat down Chelsea had a red card, so
correct. I just think Chelsea wins. I like the -25. I like the first half Chelsea as well.
Yeah, I think Cole Palmer gets off the schneid.
I was gonna say is we need to go back to the well on Cole Palmer again.
Yeah, he's done everything but score or assist the last 2 weeks. Like he's had shots.
Yeah, and let's also do Cole Palmer anytime goal or assist.
Yeah, we'll get that. We'll get that. What is that line on? Let me see if I can find it real quick on DK. See what it is.
Yeah, get that one. We got 3 matches left, so we'll power through them. Yes. Cole Palmer. He's going to hit it for this is called a good Cole Palmer week, I think.
I would say so. I don't see. I mean, anytime goal is +120 for Palmer. Let's see if I can find goal.
+120?
+120.
Then goal or assist will be negative odds. So we have to go goal.
I would think so.
Yeah, let's go goal. Let's just put goal on the board and move on.
Okay.
He's going to hit for us this week. I believe it.
There you go. We taking any total bets?
Nah.
Yeah, these are very unpredictable games to be.
Yep. I'm down for the -125 for Chelsea to win, and I also like the first half. First half money line is +130 for Chelsea. Cole Palmer scores a goal in the first half, and Chelsea wins, and everyone's happy. All right, moving on. Crystal Palace hosting your Tottenham Hotspur FC.
I mean, the fact that Tottenham's only -118 to win is a problem.
I think so too.
That's a problem.
Now we have bet on Tottenham first half money line before, and it's hit. They are +138. However, they are away. But Crystal Palace, I mean,
it's across Lincoln or across London, but you know.
Yeah. Crystal Palace, though, I mean, these stats for them are staggering.
They're bad.
They're 18th in goals scored. They only scored 5 this entire season. They give it up 11. So they're last in the Premier League in goals scored, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, they're not 18th. They're dead last. What's that? 20th?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're dead last in goals scored at 20th. I think Tottenham. I think we just do more picks, man. Take the -118.
Yeah.
Tottenham first half +138. I mean, the over under is kind of put right at the right line for me. Under is +145 of 2.5. Over is -170. So they're expected a lot of goals, but this could be a 2-0 win for Tottenham.
Yeah, I could see that. I'm also really tempted to do Brendan Johnson anytime goal scorer +290. He came tantalizingly close about 4 times last week to going 7 goals in 7 games.
Yeah, throw that one on there too. All we gotta do is hit one of these goal scorers. I think we're.
I mean, because like if you compare it, like Solanke's +165, he's not touching. Like they're trying to get him the ball, but he's not touching it.
He's
Richarlison, who just came back last week from injury and played like 10 minutes and got into a fight, is +175. Son, who may not play, we'll see, is +190. So like you're getting. I don't know how Timo Werner is +270. That guy does not. I mean, if it was a bet to hit the stands, I'd take it, but to actually score a goal, no. So I'll take Brennan Johnson +290 anytime goal scorer. I don't want to take a total because who the hell knows what Tottenham team shows up. But I'll take Tottenham to win. Brennan Johnson anytime goal.
Sounds good. I agree with you there. Now this next game is a very interesting game.
Correct.
Because it has reverse splits.
It does.
West Ham is hosting Man United. However,
still haven't left London.
Well, yeah, no, that. Oh, yeah, you're right.
They're
Here's
they're in central London. They're about a smack in the middle of
these two teams never draw, and all they do is beat each other at each person's place.
Correct.
So it has reverse splits written all over it. So Man United is the favorite at plus 135, plus 195 for home. West Ham in the draw at plus 275. I'm not sticking away from the draw. I think someone wins this game. I think this is going to be. We just talked about West Ham not being able to score. I really like the over in this one.
I think Man U wins.
Yeah, you can get him at plus 135. Are you touching any of the overs though? Over 3.5 is plus 130.
Over 3.5. I'm guessing the over 2.5 is minus.
Yeah, you're getting at minus 175.
That's not great. What is the under 3.5?
That would be under 3.5. You get it minus 160. Oh. So they think it's going to be right at 3 goals here.
Yeah, they're telling you it's like a 2-1.
Man, you win.
Man, you win.
Yeah, they do not like a draw on this one. So
or do we go sneaky and go under 2.5 at plus 148? And think Man U wins like 1-0 or 2-0.
I think West Ham will get a goal here. Man U has just been so leaky at the back, especially when it comes to counterattacking.
Both teams have scored only once in the last 6 meetings. 5 of the last 6 meetings.
It's always a multi-goal win by one of the teams, and it's always the team that's away.
Well, Man U has won 1-0 twice. West Ham has won 1-0 once.
And then there's a 2-0, a 3-0.
There's a 2-0, a 3-0, and then there's a 3-1. So both teams. That's an it. Hold on. What's the line on both teams to score? Because that could be interesting here. Both teams to score. No is plus 172.
I think there's a goal here.
You think both teams score? This is a weird game.
It's a weird week, yeah. I do.
We're actually actively picking Man U.
I think Man United is going to score. I'm just worried about their leaky counterattack line, dude. They get screwed on counterattacks every game. We saw it against Fulham in the first week, and they haven't fixed it since.
Yeah, but the light has been better in the middle there for them the last few weeks, and he wasn't really there the first week.
That's true.
I would take Man U to win plus 135.
Yep, I'm with you.
Here's my other thing. Do we take like draw at half and then Man U to win would be plus 550?
Ooh, a draw at half. I do like that.
A draw at half and Man U to win is plus 550.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because like last week it was 0-0 Man U at half, and then all 3 goals came in the second half.
Okay, let's roll with that. My pick to win is Man United, and
I would do both. I would take Man U to win at plus 135, and then I would do draw Man U at plus 550
at the half.
Yeah, draw at the half, Man U to win.
Got you. Okay, yeah, let's do that.
So even if it's like 1-1 at half, it's still, and then Man U wins like 2-1, we still hit.
That sounds good. Put it.
I don't know what the total. I don't know if I'm doing the total.
Well, we'll put it in the article, and then we could read it out. I think we're both in agreement that Man U wins this. Shall we go to the game of the week here?
We shall go to the game of the week. Yes.
Arsenal hosting Liverpool. Arsenal coming off a embarrassing loss. Liverpool coming off a big win. Matt Sells, one team in the Premier League has yet to draw a game.
Correct.
I know I picked a draw of the week already, but I was hoping this would be the team, the show draw of the week, because this has
draw of the week.
This has 1-1, 2-2 written all over it.
I think this is the show draw of the draw
Okay,
of the
so
week.
we are
Like,
on the
even
same
though
page.
Saliba is out for this game because he's suspended, right, for the next like 3 games,
Mm-hmm.
they'll just put Calafiori back there, and their defense will be just fine. Liverpool, clearly good defensively. They just held Chelsea, who's scoring a bazillion goals to 1 goal.
Now, Arsenal is favored at plus 150, Liverpool plus
Only because it's
195.
home.
Correct. The draw is plus 240. So it's in the right spot.
I would take, yeah, what's the, I'm again curious what the score draw is. Plus 320, so you can get a little bit more value there.
Oh, there's going to be, I think this is 1-1. I think both teams score and a draw, I think is where I would go here.
I'm curious what the both teams score. I mean, both teams score line has got to be atrociously bad, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, Liverpool has one of the best defensive, the best
both teams
defensive
score
record.
is minus 150.
Damn, so they're expecting that too.
And a no to both teams scoring is plus 128.
Yeah, I can't do that with a straight face.
No.
I say we just take the draw.
Yeah.
And the over under odds was sitting at 2.5. Is over is minus 135.
And with these teams, I'm not really taking an anytime goal scorer because it could literally come from anywhere.
Yes, Liverpool's
I mean, the top 2 picks would be Salah and Saka, but
yeah, for each team, and then obviously Luis Diaz is always a good bet.
Yeah, except he didn't start last week.
I know that's the thing is his odds is that, but he
and
did not
play.
He did not,
League,
but
so.
Luis Diaz did not play in the Champions League. So there's that.
Where the hell? Why does he?
Because Nunez started instead, and he got the goal.
Okay, is there? That's got to be a boosted. That's a boosted odd. But either way, you can get Diaz. Like if you want to do a boosted odd on FanDuel, you can do Diaz anytime score plus 410.
Yeah.
The other one like plus 260.
And Saka hasn't been great.
Correct.
Right? So I don't know if his values are, man. Arsenal's in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah. Also, Jota left early last week, right?
He was Diogo Jota, yeah.
Yeah.
And he did not play in the Champions League this week as well.
Salah's at plus 210 so you can get some value on anytime goal scorers.
Yeah, see, Salah struggles against Arsenal for some weird reason. I don't know why.
Because Arsenal's defense is really good.
Yeah, they are. That's why this game's going to be 1-1 and trying to guess the goal score is impossible.
Watch, it'll be Raheem Sterling.
That'd be hilarious, to be honest.
And Gakpo on a corner.
I guess. Well, in league, I tried to find a category that Saka's been good at, and I found one. The league leaders in expected assist is actually Saka at 3.16. Expected assist. So I found something he's
Let's see what he's going off at. Player assist. Over a half of an assist for Saka is plus 400.
Just one assist.
Over 0.5 assist is
so one assist. Put half a unit on it. He's averaging expected assists of 3.16, dude.
Yeah.
Put half a unit on that bad boy.
Mo Salah over a half an assist is 0.4 is plus 450.
Yes, please put that on the board.
So we'll get creative with this one. We'll take the main bet is the show draw of the week.
Yes.
We're not betting a total because we have no idea. It could like sometimes when these super defensive teams show up, you for some reason get like a 3-3 game.
Correct.
But we will sprinkle some individual, like maybe make 5 player prop bets and sprinkle like a couple.
We'll see Luis Diaz for sure. I like that one, and I love because of that stat. I was like, what is like? I literally typed in what has he been good at this year? That's what came up.
So we'll do Diaz to score anytime goal. We'll do a Saka over a half an assist. Salah over half an assist. And then we'll find I don't know, one other.
I don't like anybody else.
What?
I don't like anybody else up from Arsenal. You never know what the goal's going to come from nowadays.
Darwin Nunez going off at plus 290 for anytime goal.
He just played his minutes in the Champions League this week. He's going to come off in the
I could see Martinelli maybe plus 380 for anytime goal. I don't know.
Nah.
Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll do those 3 player props in the show draw of the week. And we'll
I like it. Wow. Match week number 9.
And this is the first time we haven't placed a bet on a game.
Wait, is this match week? What? I don't even know anymore.
It's match week 9.
It is 9. Yeah, you're right. We just skipped a game because we talked about it. We just couldn't find any value.
We just don't like any of the bets.
Yeah.
Going back to it, I still don't like any of the bets.
No. It's terrible.
There's just no value.
So there you have it. Matthew Sells, we conquered the table, and we're going to conquer match week numero 9. I don't remember how to say 9 in Spanish. I suck. Doesn't matter because I don't speak Spanish in England.
Nueve, by the way.
There it is. Nueve. I knew that. I knew it.
You can do match week 9 like we're in Bundesliga.
The Bundesliga.
Which, by the way, I'm pretty sure is not match week 9 in Bundesliga because they started later.
Yeah, they're always off there.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Well, good luck with your picks this weekend. Have fun watching the games. We will be back next week to cover them all. And hopefully, Liverpool's still ahead of the table, but a draw with Arsenal probably won't keep them ahead of the table. Let's be real. But you never know until you know. This has been Keeping It EPL. I'm Edward Rouse. That was Matt Sells at The Salesman. We'll see you next week, and we'll still be keeping it EPL. Boom.